It's a hazy start to the week as our first tropical storm of the season, Anna, moves her way up the coast. Should be totally cleared from the area. Maybe by the time you're viewing this, it's going to be out of here on Tuesday. This week looks like it's going to be tremendous. New Jersey, Delaware Bay edition of the Fisherman Magazine. I'm Jim Hutchinson, and I got to tell you, funny, every week or so, J.B. Casper, our intrepid field editor who runs the North Jersey reports and our freshwater reports, he always gives a little tip of the cap to somebody who's done something tremendous. Well, let's introduce you to somebody who's done something tremendous. New Jersey subscriber Ed Plichta was out over the weekend trolling a number 4 white Maja bunker spoon right outside of Barnegat Inlet, hooked up with a behemoth striped bass. Brought that fish, put it in the live well, screamed west through the inlet, across the bay, up Forked River, over to Lacey Marine, where he weighed this fish at 51.37 pounds, an impressive catch. Well, he quickly took it off the scale, deposited in the Forked River, and swam that fish to safety. Nice job, Ed, and it's not Ed's first big fish of the year either. The week before, Ed got himself on the Dreamboat leaderboard with a 13-pound bluefish that he also weighed in at Lacey Marine. Great job, Ed. And there are a lot of Dreamboat weigh-ins coming in, especially in the bluefish category. John Sherwood had a 14.42-pounder around the Great Bay area. He brought that into Chestnut Neck Boatyard to weigh in. So look, folks, if you're subscribers to the Fisherman Magazine, get out on the bluefish action now. Bring in that big gator, take it to your favorite tackle shop, and you could contend for a brand new boat, the Fisherman Dream Boat, which will be given away at the boat show season next year. You gotta be a subscriber to get in on this action, and the bluefish action, of course, is tremendous all over the jetties. Barnegat Light Jetty has been packed with people. Lots of friendly folks throwing bucktails and medals and poppers, doing whatever they can to catch those bluefish. They've been in the Barnegat Inlet, the Manasquan Inlet, Shark River, up along the Raritan, the front beaches. They're just all over the place. And folks, we've got everybody in the family getting in on it. Laura Costa, I'm sorry, had a 12-pounder. We got a lot of kids in on the action. The kids are all over the striped bass action up on the Raritan Bay. We had stripers like 9-year-old Joey Marabella's 43-pounder in the Raritan Bay last week. Or 8-year-old Trey Verderamo, a 20-pounder. Kids, nice job. Way to get in on that striped bass action. Don't forget, try to get those baits underneath the bluefish when you can, because they're making a mess out of the baits, but we're getting good reports now on weakfish, and of course those stripers are going to be picking up the pieces wherever they can. Bluefish are a great sign and a great place to catch them, and look for those record catches if you can. Speaking of records, in the freshwater side, we got Jesse Tyson sent us this picture of a 10.25-pound largemouth that he caught at a Middlesex County lake. He was actually using chicken liver looking for catfish when this big largemouth jumped on. He didn't know until later how close he was to a state record. The state record is 10 pounds, 14 ounces. Jesse here with a 10.25-pound bucket mouth. Nice job, Jesse. The bays are alive. Great Bay, Barnegat Bay, blues, striped bass, the drummer in. George Horner caught, or didn't catch this, but he saw this sucker washed up on the sod banks in Great Bay. Look at this giant sturgeon. George took this photo, sent it over to Scott's Bait and Tackle. Scott contacted the Division of Fish and Wildlife, who were very excited to see this. But we do have some more and more sturgeon coming back. They're up the Delaware, they're moving along the coast. This is a giant sturgeon, so be on the lookout for these suckers. And if you get spooled one of these days, it could be your chunk was picked up by something truly prehistoric. On the Delaware Bay, the drum bite is really kicking into gear. Captain Mike on the Bonanza had his first charters out last week, and Jenny Jones had her first drum on the Bonanza out of Fortescue. If you're looking for the drum bite, we've got reports in this week's edition of drum up to 65, 80 pounds. So book those charters on the Cape May Fleet, Port Norris, down on the Fortescue. The bite is on. We're hearing the bite is on across the other side of the Delaware too, on the Delaware coastline. So it's a terrific time. June is a perfect month to get down there at Delaware Bay and hook up. See us this Saturday, as a matter of fact, down in Fortescue, the Horseshoe Crab Festival. The Fisherman Magazine will be down there. I mentioned Captain Mike. He's doing lighthouse tours in the afternoon, and then he's doing a drum trip at night. So come on down to Fortescue this weekend and see us at the Horseshoe Crab Festival. We'll be hanging out with the Fortescue Anglers Association. You'll also get details in the Fisherman Magazine this week about the offshore bite. We have 5 different reports of folks getting offshore in the past weekend. The Toms, the Carteret. The canyons are starting to come alive. Hopefully this tropical storm that we've got moving up the coast doesn't interrupt things too much, and hopefully these airplanes overhead don't scare us either. Al Crudelli was out over the weekend, hooked up with a bluefin tuna. I know Captain Fletcher Chase up on the Raritan. He's out of Navesink and Rumson area. He was offshore. We got some offshore reports coming out of Summers Point as well. Yellowfin as well as bluefin. So certainly the bite is on, inshore, offshore. This is the week to get out. This week should be a terrific one, and don't forget, we're only 1 week away from the start of the New Jersey summer flounder season. I know people are geared up, ready to get in on that action as well. So until next week, I'm Jim Hutchinson with The Fisherman and thefisherman.com.
To receive the latest fishing reports, subscribe to The Fisherman's YouTube page. Click subscribe, then click the settings button and check Send Me Updates. You'll now receive notifications of the latest Fisherman YouTube videos and reports. If you're already a subscriber, make sure you've checked Send Me Updates in the settings so you receive the latest notifications.